Are you on the hunt for the best gaming keyboard that delivers lightning-fast response, killer RGB lighting, and next-level performance? Whether you're a casual player or a competitive pro, choosing the right keyboard can seriously upgrade your gameplay. In today's video, we're diving into the top 5 best gaming keyboards of 2025, from mechanical beasts to budget-friendly champs. So stick around, because your perfect gaming keyboard might just be a few clicks away. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest in gaming gear reviews. Let's jump in. Number 5. Cooler Master MK770. Cooler Master's MK770 isn't the cheapest gaming keyboard you can find, but $119 is a fantastic price for everything you get in this keyboard. It's a well-built, wireless, gasket mount mechanical gaming keyboard with a hot swappable PCB and a 96% layout. These specs, you'll notice, are pretty similar to the Asus ROG Strix Scope 2 96 wireless, but the MK770 retails for $60 less. The MK770 comes in 2 colorways, Space Gray and Macaron, which is a unique pastel mix of mint green, light pink, and pale yellow. It features a sturdy plastic chassis with 1 set of flip-out feet for angle adjustment and double-shot PBT keycaps with shine-through legends. It's not quite as sleek as the ROG Strix Scope 2 96 wireless, with a slightly larger, bulkier chassis that measures 15 by 5.5 by 1.5 inches but is still pretty economical. Space-wise, it weighs around the same amount at 2.3 pounds, 1,052 grams. The MK770 comes with Box V2 switches in red linear, brown tactile, or white clicky. We reviewed it with the white switches, which require 45 grams to actuate 50 grams toe bottom out, and have an actuation point of 1.8 millimeters with 3.6 millimeters total travel. The keyboard features a gasket mount design, which adds a nice amount of flex for a more comfortable and better-sounding typing experience. The keyboard also features a hot swappable PCB that supports 5-pin switches, so you can easily swap in switches of your choice. Like other 96% keyboards, the MK770 has a 10-key number pad, but drops some of the navigation cluster, namely print screen, scroll lock, pause, home, and end. But it does feature a volume knob in the upper right corner. This keyboard is wireless, with tri-mode connectivity, low latency 2.4 GHz wireless via USB a dongle. The keyboard even has a handy place to store the dongle under one of the flip-out feet, Bluetooth up to 3 devices, and wired via USB-C. It has a 4,000 mAh battery, and while Cooler Master provides no battery life estimates, our reviewer was able to use it for about a week, over 2.4 GHz wireless, with the lighting turned off before recharging. The only real issue we had with this keyboard was the customization aspect, mainly because the software is not great. The MK770 uses Cooler Master's Universal Master Plus app, and it's a buggy program from the get-go. Slow to boot, laggy, and prone to crashing. You can use it to remap keys, record macros, change a handful of settings, and customize the keyboard's RGB backlighting, though that's also nothing to write home about. That said, with this keyboard's fun, whimsical color scheme and practically full-size layout, you may not need to do too much remapping or customizing in the first place. Number 4. SteelSeries Apex Pro Mini. They're not for everyone, but if you don't need all the extra keys on full-size and TKL layouts, an ultra-compact 65 or 60% keyboard might be right for you. Mini keyboards drop everything but the absolute necessities. A 65% layout has no number pad, navigation cluster, or function row. A 60% layout also drops the arrow keys. Fewer keys means a much smaller footprint. Perfect for gamers who want to angle their keyboards, have a smaller desk, or need something to travel with. But fewer keys also means you'll need pretty robust customization options, which is why the SteelSeries Apex Pro Mini Wireless is our favorite ultra-compact gaming keyboard. The Apex Pro Mini Wireless is a sleek, sturdily built 60% keyboard featuring the brand's OmniPoint 2 hypermagnetic switches. If you're wondering, at launch these were called OmniPoint 2 optical switches, and SteelSeries rebranded them as hypermagnetic to tag onto the trend of magnetic switches. They're the same switches and like other magnetic switches, feature adjustable actuation points, but SteelSeries did push out a firmware update that unlocked a wider actuation range and added a rapid trigger option. The Apex Pro Mini Wireless comes with a slew of preset secondary keybinds, which are conveniently printed on the sides of the keycaps and are relatively intuitive. And if you don't find them to be particularly intuitive, you can also remap almost every key, both primary and secondary keybinds. You can also set each key's actuation point and RGB lighting individually if you want. The Apex Pro Mini Wireless features an aluminum alloy top plate and double-shot PBT keycaps, and is otherwise pretty straightforward. It measures 11.5, 3 by 4.02 by 1.59 inches, which is about the same size as other 60% keyboards, such as the Razer Huntsman Mini. It weighs 1.2 pounds 543 grams, which is heavy enough to feel premium, but lightweight enough to be travel-friendly. The keyboard offers both 2.4 GHz wireless and Bluetooth 5 connectivity, as well as wired via USB-C, and gets around 30 hours of battery life over its low-latency 2.4 GHz wireless connection. This edition is built more like a keyboard enthusiast's keyboard, with a hefty brass weight plate that added an extra pound and a half to the build for a total weight of 2.75 pounds, 1,242 grams, and no height adjustment. It's otherwise no different from the regular Apex Pro Mini, however. Same actuation, adjustable switches, gamer-friendly customization options, and per-key RGB lighting. Number 3. Lemokey L3. The Lemokey L3 is the first gaming keyboard from Keychron's spin-off brand, and it's a pretty impressive offering, especially if you're looking for a gaming keyboard that you'll also love typing on. The L3 is a wireless mechanical gasket mount keyboard with a hot swappable PCB and a compact, but not too compact, TKL layout. It comes in both fully assembled $214 and barebone $194 versions in 3 color variations: carbon black, navy blue, or space silver. The fully assembled version comes with your choice of Gateron Jupiter Red linear, Gateron Jupiter Brown tactile, or Gateron Jupiter Banana tactile switches. The L3 is definitely an enthusiast-focused gaming keyboard. It sports a very solid build with a CNC machined 6,063 aluminum chassis that weighs a hefty 4.36 pounds, 1,976 grams. This keyboard is on the larger side for a TKL, measuring 15.78 by 5.39 by 1.69 inches. This layout gives you plenty of room between key clusters, as well as space for an extra row of macro keys and a rotary knob on the left side. All keys in the knob are programmable using the open-source firmware software package QMK-VIA. Typing on the L3 is fantastic, whether you're using the included Keychron-exclusive Gateron Jupiter switches or your own switches. The keyboard has a double gasket mount design with 2 layers of sound-dampening foam in the case, and sounds much better than just about any mainstream gaming keyboard. It also comes with Keychron's cherry profile keycaps in double-shot PBT, which have a lower profile than standard OEM keycaps. The L3 offers 3 forms of connectivity: low-latency 2.4 GHz wireless, Bluetooth 5.1, and wired USB-C. Its 2.4 GHz connection has a gaming standard 1000 Hz polling rate and gets around 200 hours of battery life with the lighting turned off. If you're looking for a keyboard that will blend into your battle station, the L3's chunky aluminum chassis and generically customizable lighting isn't going to fit quite as well as something like SteelSeries Apex Pro TKL wireless or Razer's Huntsman V4 Pro TKL. The L3 is also larger than most TKL keyboards. If you're looking to recoup desk space, you may want to go with something even smaller than a TKL, such as the 75% Asus ROG Azoth. Number 2. Razer BlackWidow V4 Pro. If you've got the desk space, a full-size gaming keyboard is absolutely worth it. The Razer BlackWidow V4 Pro is Razer's premium full-size wired gaming keyboard, and it's completely decked out with 8 dedicated macro keys buttons, 5 keys, 3 side buttons, a tactile multifunction command dial, and bright, immersive backlighting and underglow that extends to the included wrist rest. The BlackWidow V4 Pro is on the larger side, and it comes with a detachable wrist rest, so the full setup takes up even more space. It measures 18.2, 5 by 6 by 1 inches, not including the keycaps, and the wrist rest is about 3.2, 5 inches, 82.6 millimeters deep. making the full dimensions 18.25 by 9.25 inches. The wrist rest is a plush, padded leatherette that attaches magnetically to the keyboard and extends the keyboard's underglow via a 5-pin connection point. The keyboard's underglow has 18 programmable zones without the wrist rest attached, and the wrist rest adds another 20 zones for a fully immersive, seamless blend of color. The keyboard also has per-key RGB. The BlackWidow V4 Pro features an aluminum alloy top plate over a plastic chassis and ABS keycaps with machined metal media keys. 4 in the upper right corner: previous track, play, pause, next track, mute, and a textured volume roller. On the left side of the keyboard, there are 5 dedicated macro keys labeled M1, M5, as well as 3 dedicated macro buttons along the side of the chassis. Above the macro keys, you'll find a programmable rotary knob, the command dial, which is customizable through Razer Synapse and has a dedicated backlight to help you identify different modes. If you're looking for a keyboard with a lot of extra functionality, this is it. All of the BlackWidow V4 Pro's keys are programmable, and you can program up to 100 custom modes on the command dial. It ships with 4 preset modes activated: keyboard brightness, Windows zoom, switch applications, and track jogging. This keyboard is not hot swappable, and it comes with your choice of either Razer green clicky or Razer yellow linear mechanical switches. Razer's green clicky switches are a little heavier than other clicky switches, with 50 grams actuation force and an actuation point of 1.9 millimeters. But I've always been a pretty big fan of how loud and obnoxious they are. The BlackWidow V4 Pro launched before Razer started experimenting with more enthusiast-style sound dampening, like you'll see in the Razer BlackWidow V4 5%, so it's definitely a bit pingy when you're typing, but maybe that only adds to the overall obnoxiously loud, clicky charm. It's fantastic for gaming, however, with fully programmable keys, including the macro keys, buttons, media keys, volume roller, and command dial, and an extra layer via Razer Hypershift, up to 5 onboard profiles, full N key rollover, and up to an 8,000 Hz polling rate. It's a wired keyboard, so you won't have to worry about the per-key lighting and underglow sapping battery life. And it features a USB pass-through port, which is somewhat of a rarity, even on full-size keyboards these days. Number 1. Asus ROG Strix Scope 2 96 Wireless. The ROG Strix Scope 2 96 Wireless is an excellent option for gaming, typing, and everything in between. It's well built and it feels fantastic. It has plenty of keys, including a 10-key number pad, but it won't take up too much desk space, and it's wireless with tri-mode connectivity and a whopping 1,500 hours of battery life, over 2.4 grams Hertz wireless, with the lighting turned off. Of the mainstream gaming peripherals makers, Asus is the only company that has managed to really bring enthusiast-style upgrades into what is still, first and foremost, a gaming keyboard. The ROG Strix Scope 2 96 Wireless has a 96% layout, which is like a full-size layout, minus a handful of keys and squashed together. While the layout does take some getting used to if you're coming from a full-size keyboard, once you get the hang of it, it's the best of both worlds. A practically full-size keyboard with a 10-key number pad that's more compact than some TKLs. The Strix Scope 2 96 Wireless measures 14.8 4 by 5.16 by 1.57 inches, which makes it smaller than our favorite TKL, the Lemokey L3, which measures 15.78 by 5.39 by 1.69 inches. It does come with an optional magnetic wrist rest, but it's low enough in front that I never felt a wrist rest was necessary. It's also sturdily built. It weighs 2.23 pounds 1,012 grams, which is heavy enough that you'll appreciate the heft, but not so heavy that you couldn't reasonably travel with it. The keyboard has an aluminum alloy top plate and double-shot PBT keycaps, a nice touch. Most mainstream companies still ship their flagship keyboards with ABS keycaps and a plastic chassis that ensures an uninterrupted, low-latency wireless connection. While the 96% layout doesn't leave much room for extra shortcut macro keys, Asus did manage to stuff a multi-function key and clickable roller in the upper right corner, which lets you control volume, media, and lighting, and also has a customizable mode that can be programmed in Armory Crate. The ROG Strix Scope 2 96 Wireless comes with Asus's ROG NX Snow Linear or Storm tactile mechanical switches pre-installed, I tested the linear RX snow switches, which are pre-lubed and have an actuation force of 45 gram and an actuation point of 1.8 millimeters. I'm not the biggest fan of linear switches in general, but the NX snow switches did offer a silent, smooth, stable, refined feel. And even I couldn't find too much to complain about. Plus, the keyboard's PCB is hot swappable, so you can fully customize your typing experience by swapping in any mechanical switches. It supports both 3 and 5 pin switches you like. A keyboard doesn't have to be wireless to grab the top spot on our list, but this one is, with both low latency 2.4 GHz wireless and Bluetooth connectivity, as well as wired via USB-C, and this keyboard's battery life is impressive, to say the least. Asus rates the ROG Strix Scope 2 96 wireless's battery life at 1,500 hours over 2.4 GHz wireless, with the lighting turned off, of course, which is, well, plenty. And that wraps up our list of the best gaming keyboards you can buy right now. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss our future gaming gear reviews. Have a favorite gaming keyboard or one you're currently using? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.